Hi guys, this is Mattias, and this video is going to be rather unusual. I'm going to talk about haters, people that get so angry over something that they really can't control themselves, and in this case it's about being rejected and for some people even banned from TeamSpeak. So now as I kept uploading more and more videos, mostly about the PvP aspect from survival mode, more and more players wanted to join us. And I have to say it's amazing to receive the feedback from you guys, whether it's on Steam, here on my YouTube channel or in-game. But the problem with recruiting new people is that you don't really know who you are actually recruiting. And in the very beginning, most of these players have done everything they can to give a good first impression. Now one of these guys that added me on Steam and wanted to join our crew was a guy named Chris. Now Chris is not a teenager, he's an adult man, he has a job and a family. At the time when he contacted me, he was already in a quite big community. They were playing on another server and he left that community in order to join me. Now the only thing he knew about me, the way I played and the people that I played with was through my YouTube channel. Now what I explained to him and some of the guys that joined in that particular time was that we were looking for people that was very much interested in base building, base management and also raiding. Partly because I had started to lose interest in that part of the survival mode because I had done it just too much. Now the way he handled this was above any of my expectations. I have no idea how he could find the time, being a father and, if I'm not mistaken, working as a taxi driver. Now the only problem I had with Chris in the beginning was that he could just never stop talking in TeamSpeak. He would, if he had nothing to say, find something to say, even if it was completely irrelevant, and normally he would drag it out so that it would take a lot longer to explain what he wanted to say than if somebody else would try to say the same thing. Now if he for whatever reason couldn't find something to say for a minute or two, he would often loudly yawn or burp or make whatever sound he could possibly come up with, because for whatever reason he seemed to have a certain need of always making himself heard. Now I explained the problem with this several times. I repeatedly brought him into a separate TeamSpeak channel to calmly and clearly explain to him how this is a problem. So now for one, it's just irritating. The second thing is that the more people talk in TeamSpeak about stuff that is irrelevant, the harder it can be for other people to get their voices heard, even if they actually do have something important to say. It can also be a bit problematic to separate what is valuable information and what is just irrelevant talk. Good game. Now, as more and more people joined us, I quickly realized that we had become too big as a community. For a while we had been playing at Bubba's Truck Stop and Lone Pine Development, and instead of fighting each other as we did in the past, we had become allies. And there was just nothing more to do. Now, during this time, just like always, there was a lot of people that wanted to join us, but we were already way too many. It completely took all the action and all the fun out of the game. I explained this to all the people that was in the community, and as far as I know, everyone agreed. Now, I have always been quite conservative when it comes to recruiting new people, but at this point I had to say stop completely. No more people could join us, even if they were exactly the kind of people we were looking for, meaning experienced and mature survival players that already understood how to behave in a gaming community and who already had their sound in TeamSpeak properly set up. During this time, Chris met a player in-game, Savogi. Some of you guys might remember him from a video I made called H1Z1 Survival PvP, Misty Peak Dam and Pleasant Valley. Now, if you do remember him, you probably do so because of his bad behavior. I believe that Savogi is about 14 years old, but that's nothing I can confirm. Now, this made me very disappointed with Chris. I had already explained to him that there was like about 100 people that had already asked me if they could join our community, and I had been forced to say no to all of them. I had told Chris and everybody else that they could not invite anyone else. Shortly after that, Chris invites his real-life friend, named Robo. Now when this guy joined, it became even more irritating in TeamSpeak. I brought him into a separate channel and I tried to explain to him the importance of having his sound properly set up, and that TeamSpeak has a very simple guide that you can follow if you don't already know how to do it. I also wanted him to ask Chris about our guidelines, because we've had some problems in the past, and I had also been forced to ban people because they didn't understand the importance of just respecting other people. He started raging like a maniac, and I just decided to ban him right then and there. All in all, I think I've talked to that guy about 2, maybe 3 times. The next time I talked to Chris, I wasn't as calm anymore. I realized that while I've been playing Battle Royale for almost a week, the survival community had basically turned into a kindergarten, and I wanted them gone. So now is when things starts to become really weird. I had no idea that this guy, Robo, had such severe mental issues. I mean, how could I? But he now starts showing symptoms of some sick obsession that I've never really seen before. He makes videos of himself sitting in front of a webcam and he is so angry. He talks trash about me, about my videos, my voice, the way I look on my pictures, which is kind of funny because the first thing that I thought when I saw him was that his face kind of looks like a balloon. You know, when you blow up a balloon just before it's about to pop? And I was thinking to myself, did somebody put a fire hose up his butt and turned on the pressure? Now, I know you should not sit and make fun of people that clearly are in need of help. It is unfortunate that he has to live with these kinds of anger issues, but perhaps with the right medicine, maybe some counseling, or perhaps some time in a mental institution where they work with people that have similar problems, hopefully he can get better. Now, as some of you probably know, I've been playing Battle Royale almost exclusively for about 2 weeks. As I've explained earlier, the reasons why I've stayed away from survival is due to the cheaters, everything frustrating and buggy about the bases, and the massive frame rate drops that you have in survival. But there was one more very important reason. Playing Battle Royale made it a lot easier to choose who to play with and who to avoid. Now, I do understand how harsh this sounds. I understand there's a lot of people who would say, hey Matti, it's just a game, why don't you just relax and have fun? Well, as much as that's what I want to continue doing, since that's how I started playing games in the first place, I am also a content creator. For about 3 years now, I have been uploading about between 7 and 10 videos a week. And this is very time consuming, it takes up a lot of energy, and from time to time it makes you very, very tired. Now, making a YouTube video here and there, perhaps just uploading something because you feel like it, that's no big deal. One of the things that is really, really hard as a YouTuber is consistency. Being able to provide high quality content day after day, year after year, that is hard. In my case, what I value the most is that I know the game and that I can show you things that you can learn from, whether it's my mistakes or whether it's something that I do good. Now, I know I've made videos about blowing up gates and doors and raiding other people's bases, and I've had fun doing a lot of different things in this game that I've shared with you in the community, but I don't want to be another one of those YouTubers who will show you nothing but base building or base raiding, because that's the only thing I can do. At the moment, I really enjoy Battle Royale. I've played it a little bit now and then for about 3, maybe 4 months, and it's only the last couple of weeks that I've been focusing on it exclusively. But the thing about Battle Royale and H1Z1 is that when it comes to YouTube videos, there are very few good videos that focus on the gun game and the combat. Me, for example, whenever I want to watch players that are good at this game, I turn to Twitch, because there are some really good streamers playing this game and they are consistent, and every now and then I feel like I learn something from them. Now, the problem with Twitch, the way I see it, is that first and foremost, the quality is much worse than YouTube. Now, believe me, I've been cursing the quality of YouTube when it comes to pixelation and some such, but Twitch is even worse. Now, the thing that I really value with YouTube videos also, and something that I do a lot myself, is that if I want to show something and I think that it's not going to be clear enough, I can not only show the same sequence again, but I can also slow it down and zoom in on whatever it is I want to show you. Now, the reason why I bring all this up with YouTube and Twitch and all that is that whenever I play with somebody, this person will have a quite big impact on what kind of content I can provide you guys with. Many times it can have a very positive effect playing with one or a few guys, but many times it has been completely devastating. You have no idea the amount of time I've spent just editing out background noise, such as like people screaming in the room next door to somebody I'm playing with, people breathing into their microphone, something that shouldn't activate the voice activation in TeamSpeak for the ones not using push to talk, only to mention a few things. Now, normally for a person that has a regular job, you work Monday to Friday, and you work somewhere between 35 and 50 hours per week. Now, it all depends on what kind of a job you have, and a lot of people work weekends and nights as well. But I can assure you, I spent a lot more time than 50 hours a week on my YouTube channel. And everything that I upload, you can watch for free. I don't need a random dude telling me, oh, it's just a game, just relax and play and have fun. Because mostly, with people that say that, it is not relaxed, and it is not fun, simply because they ruin it. And in the end, what is ruined is the quality of the uploads, or even my possibility to upload anything. Meaning that if I play with the wrong people, anything that I could possibly upload would be shit. Therefore, if I would listen to all those guys and say, oh, dude, don't take it so serious, just relax, blah blah blah, whatever, it's just a game. And basically that's the same thing as I would say to you guys watching this video, that you guys are not important, or you guys just don't matter. Trust me, that will never happen. So now, before this video ends, I want to say thank you all for watching, thanks for all the support and feedback, and I promise I will be more careful with who I play with in the future. Good game.
Good game. Were you one of the bitches who were working together?
No, I killed them both. One with the explosive...
No, you didn't. I killed one of them.
No, no. Then there was more than one team. I killed one with explosive tipped arrows and one with the AR.
Oh, nice. Cool. Well, good game, bro.
Good game, mate.